Hey, good morning, ladies. I hope y'all are doing well, or good afternoon, rather, for those of you on the East Coast. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Caroline. My name is Claire Voss, and I am the woman behind the Prayerful Plank, which is a small Christian business focused on encouraging women to get into the Word of God and to focus on living healthy lifestyles. And so normally women at the Prayerful Plank read a chapter of the Bible every day, and we chat about it in private online community. But on Saturdays, what I really feel led by God to do is to share this online. So yay, I'm so excited you guys are joining live today. This is so exciting. So in Acts chapter 6, this story starts out with there being a need for some of the apostles to serve in a specific area. Oh, thank you so much. And we see here that the disciples get together, and in verse 2, they say, "It is not right that we should give up preaching the word of God to serve tables. Therefore, brothers, pick out from among you 7 men of good repute, full of the Spirit and wisdom, whom we will appoint to this duty. But we will devote ourselves to prayer and to the ministry of the word." And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, like, how do they choose who is right for this, you know? The first thing that stood out to me in this is that it doesn't necessarily say that the guys that they're going to choose are, like, specifically trained in being able to serve in this way that's needed. However, what it does say is that they are full of the Spirit, you know, and so that had me really thinking about what we're doing here at the Prayerful Plank and pursuing fitness here. Some of us have no experience in the fitness industry whatsoever until the Prayerful Plank, right? However, I do believe that we're full of the Spirit and that God equips to do His work. So with that being said, you know, it just really had me thinking, like, hey, you know, we don't have to have any particular training prior for God to use us, you know, for God to really be working in us if He has filled us with His Spirit. So that was really encouraging today. The next thing that stood out to me is just that in verse 6 it says, "These they set before the apostles, and they prayed and laid their hands on them," talking about the guys that they had chosen. And you know, this is something that really caused me to think about how, you know, important prayer really is with regard to everything we're doing, especially in serving, you know, to really be focused in the midst of setting out to serve others, to really pray over those who are serving, to pray in the midst of it if we are serving. So yeah, I love that. And then the next thing we see here is the section where Stephen is seized. And so Stephen, in verse 8, it says he was full of grace and power and was doing great wonders and signs among the people. And again, something I feel like the Lord is consistently pointing out to me is that it is not us who is doing these works, but it's Him. So this grace and this power is the grace and the power of the Lord. You know, and again, it's just so humbling to think about, you know, women at the Prayerful Plank pursuing healthy lifestyles and just what He's doing here. Knowing that it's not me, it's not my works, it's not even, you know, any of our works, but it's the Lord and His grace and His power that's doing it. And I love verse 10. It says, "But they could not withstand the wisdom and the spirit with which He was speaking," the people that were having objections against Stephen. And again, that is so encouraging. I think I even talked a little bit about it in Acts 5, but, you know, just being fearful that we're going to meet opposition, and really just knowing throughout the Bible, when we read stories of people like speaking truth and being met with opposition, you know, it's undeniable when the Spirit speaks, you know, and it says that they could not withstand the wisdom and the spirit with which He was speaking. So that was really encouraging to me today. I hope that encouraged you, ladies. I know one thing we talk quite a bit about in the Prayerful Plank is just sharing our struggles with, like, sharing the gospel with friends and family and just being met with opposition. And the truth of the matter is that you know, the Lord equips us, and it is undeniable when the Spirit speaks through us. So as difficult as that is to actually act out all of the time, it just really encourages me in the midst of it. So I hope that encourages you, ladies, as well. And then the last thing that really stood out to me was just in verse 15, so the last verse of the chapter, where it says, "And gazing at him," talking about Stephen, All who sat in the council saw that his face was like the face of an angel. And so the thing that stood out to me here, and just throughout stories of Christians being persecuted for the gospel, is just how in the midst of it they have such peace, and that they are not making any objections or defense for themselves, but rather they are at complete peace and what the Lord has for them, and just really being in a position to deny their flesh. I look forward to reading through Acts with you ladies. We'll be going through Acts 7 next, but I love you ladies so much, and thank you for joining. I look forward to hearing how God is talking to you. Please feel free to share outside of the group too if you just want to hashtag the Purple Plank. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you. You guys are so awesome. This is so exciting. This is like the first time I've actually figured out how to enable comments on Periscope. So I really appreciate it. Hi, Tracy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Stephanie. You guys are so sweet. I love you ladies. If you have any questions, or if anybody new catches the scope, you can find us at www.thepurpleplank.com, and you can reach me at info@thepurpleplank.com. But again, I really want to reiterate that this is what the Lord is doing and how the Lord is working. I just seek to be used by Him. So, ultimately, I want this to be a community of women. You're so sweet, Caroline. I'm trying. I need to find Wi-Fi somewhere in Hawaii with like a view. Right now I'm just like in my little bedroom here, but finding Wi-Fi like on the beach for you ladies, I would love to. Thank you so much. But if you ladies have any questions, please feel free to reach out, but please feel free to share, just hashtag us Purple Plank or the Purple Plank, so we can see how God is speaking to you. And I hope you ladies have an awesome rest of your Saturday. I will talk to you soon.